And so do you have a mentor, or where do you go for like, I don't know how to do this thing, or here's an issue?
I mean, I have been really lucky with the people I've met in this business. Like I said, that's been a huge part and building those relationships. Like you have been an amazing mentor. You've really kind of steered me, you should do this, or you've given me little tips about places like, oh, well, this place has got a really crappy elevator. You're going to want to know that. And there's also all the venues. I mean, really our big venues, our main venues around here. I've had owners of venues who I can call to ask questions, or, we work behind the scenes with little things like, hey, can I get in at this time? And, I've got 2 events this day. Can we work it out so that, it works for all of us? So, I do have people that I've learned from. I mean, I always look at other vendors, even other vendors in the same line of work as me, as a learning experience. Like if they've been doing it longer, if they have the experience and you have the opportunity to work alongside them or learn from them, why would you not?
Right. Also learn from the mistakes that they make.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like that's like when I hear their horror stories, that helps you to say, okay, I won't do it that way.
Right. Or, okay, I'll make sure my equipment is really clean, because
Mm-hmm.
I hear this one person's isn't all the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you a member of like any event planning centric Facebook groups?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, there's a lot out there. Like I'm a member of a whole bunch of event rental company Facebook groups. And if I got an issue, I got a question, I got to know where someone bought the specific thing for the cheapest price, you just go on there, type your question, and then like 30 people answer you.
Okay.
It's a really good resource and that's for any business. If you're in the dump trailer business, there's 20 different dump trailer Facebook groups.
Okay.
There's a huge,
See, like that right there is like good advice for me that, I don't really join a lot of Facebook groups, but I feel like I would benefit from something like that. So
I forget the name of this one, but this lady had me on. Her Facebook group has like 6,000 people, and it was an event planning Facebook group. And I went on and talked to everyone, because a lot of event planners wanted to start getting into like owning more of their own tables and chairs and stuff.
yeah.
Because really, when you're an event planner, you're there, you get to see all the pieces of the pie. Like you're like,
Yep.
oh, cocktail tables, they're kind of small. I could maybe buy those and not have to rent them anymore. Oh, these specialty linens, I don't have to get them from a linen company.
Yep.
So like a lot of event planners will just see like, oh, I could start incorporating this and not have to spend money to go get those things.
Yep. And that's what I've been doing all along. Yep. Like I said, you just weigh what is going to be used a lot, and that's the stuff you should invest your money in.
Great. The way I keep track of if something's going to be used is, first I'll throw it on the website, and if someone calls for it, I'll just be like, oh, it's not available that day. And then we'll keep a tally. And once the tally gets to 10, I'm like, okay, so this is going to be a popular item. I'm going to get it. Or if it's not on the website and people keep asking for it, it still goes on the tally. And my general rule is my items are priced to be able to make the money back in 10 times. So that's why it's like, all right, 10 people have asked for this. That's what I'm going to put my money into.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. You may see, like, as an event planner, you may see like Gold Javari chairs are going out all the time, and you're having to rent them and get only 10% off. And then you can't charge like a whole bunch. And then rental companies, we don't come set them up for you. We just drop them off, and then we want them back up. So you got all that. You may think that's going to be a great thing, but then you don't know that they take up a full 26-foot truck, that you need a huge warehouse space and stuff. So before you get into rent or buying items as an event planner, make sure that you do a little bit of research into how much space is this going to take up, how much work is it be? Do I need a truck to transport just these things all the time? It may be exciting to own 200 Shivari chairs, but it's not going to be exciting pretty soon.
Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Yes. It's like owning 40 huge glass cylinder vases, and they don't take up a ton of room, and they're versatile. They're used for a lot of things, but there's an example right there. I mean, every time you're Windexing, cleaning glass, and then you're transporting glass. So you can't have the centerpieces set up. They have to be transported and then set up there. So it's extra time. It's they're fragile items. You have to transport them differently than throwing a bag of linens into your car that, don't take up much space. They're not going to break, or, there's so much to think about when you own inventory. So It's not just having it, it's transporting it and cleaning it.
Right. I have a question for you on transporting inventory. So like I said earlier, my main business is material handling and logistics. I'm not a party company. So everything that I have is either on wheels, can be put on wheels, can be done really quickly, loading docks, lift gates, because that's what I do. I just get items from the warehouse to where they got to go and then back. It's all I'm supposed to do. Where when I show up to some of these like wedding shows, I am coming in with like way more than a lot of people because of all the different items I want to show. And I can get in one trip. And then the event planners are taking like 10 trips, going in one box and stuff. So in your business, you got to get a lot of things inside. Do you try to set it up to be like efficient material handling, so you're not going out to your vehicle 30 times?
Yeah, we try to do. I mean, I'm lucky right now that like I have a big truck, and I do my own transport as far as the stuff that I need to bring. And that's a lot of the times where my husband comes in as my unloader. And so we try to be as efficient as we can. I pack, there is a rhyme and reason to how things go into the truck. And not only that, like when I cut off taking things from brides, I've had brides who had, I work ahead of time, like things are ready beforehand. And so the staff is booked for the wedding a week out. The truck is loaded to go to the wedding a couple days out. And that's why I can't have a bride's sister dropping off 4 boxes of stuff that I have to set up the night before the wedding. So I had to kind of curb how I allow for taking a bride's items, because when the truck is packed and the amount of staff is booked, and now I've got 4 more boxes to transport, and the stuff that's in those boxes is going to take another staff member, it creates, more work in the day that's already plotted out. So transport is definitely pre-planned, and how everything will go. And even the people that help me do setups will come and take boxes for me if we have to.
Right. Cool.